Well, grandstanding, buenos dias, beloveds. Let's start with doing some wall exercises to warm us up because the wall undoubtedly will help you in aligning your body and doing different poses for your practice. So let's just kind of get down here and relax a little bit. Remember and be mindful of your breath as you're extending your legs out. My hamstrings are pretty tight. As you can tell, they usually kind of flap down a little bit further, but that's what the purpose of the warm-up is. So I'm just going to kind of push myself out here, up and down, get the circulation of my legs flowing, allowing myself to just kind of tap in. It's just me, myself, and I. And extend my legs, warming everything up. All right, so let's get closer to this wall, let's get closer so we can align ourselves. The achievement is to align yourself in your practice by centering the mind, focusing the intent, so the body is inclined to go with you. I found that doing the warm-ups, stretching myself from side to side, of course, but pushing myself further back into the pose allows me to relax my hamstrings more than anything. And then again, the breath work. This is still about the breath work. Everything in your body is aligned with your breath. Your muscles, your veins, it's just one of those things that you gotta tap in. You truly have to tap in. Conserve your breath is the one thing I would say. Conserve your breath and learn how to breathe from your stomach and not your chest. Allow yourself to just fall into this position. Now, of course, when you first start, you may not be up this high, but allow yourself to just settle slowly into that position. Yoga is about mind-body connection and focus, centering the self, most definitely. And what many don't speak about, of course, is the pain resistance. So as I'm here, I just kind of cradle myself into an infinite pose, child pose. We all come out this way. We're all born in that wonder womb in an infant pose, and it is so comfortable. So all right, let's start with bringing our legs up. Fully extend. Remember, this is about your breath and positioning. Breath and positioning. Bring your legs fully down into the plow pose. Now, oftentimes you'll see people doing the plow pose in many different ways, and even if you've watched my videos, you've seen me do the plow pose and put my legs up sometimes, extend them, spread them across. I find that doing this, of course, this is aligning everything, my lower half, extending my hamstrings as well as stretching out my back. It does stretch out your neck and your shoulders as well. It's very good for the circulation of our bodies, our organs, getting everything to actually be able to move with a fluency in the opposite position. So just kind of stay here with me and just hold. If you start doing that, and what you want to start doing is moving your legs back and forth. This is all about core control now. This is what I'm doing here. This is all core control, and fully extending myself where the body is now supported. Again, bring the legs down. So this is a bonded ear press. Now, with this, again, the closer you get to your head with your legs, there is going to be such a release in tension in the body. Of course, you have to keep practicing it. And you'll get to a point where you'll be able to fully support your body with your arms, your shoulders, and relaxing your neck without straining. So again, just kind of hold this plow press Try to bring those legs straight towards you. Your back will get straighter and straighter. Sometimes I have it completely straight. Other times I have a little bit of a curve in it. The depth is to have connection with where your body is. Just relax a little bit. Just breathe. Mind-body connection. And let's move into our next position, or I should say our posture, our pose. So most of us know this already. We know that a wheel, or we've seen it, the upward bow pose. It's kind of like one of those things that when you were a kid, you used to do this like nobody's business, upside down. The older you get, you forget that you actually can do these things because you have to have that mind-body connection. And here it's still about breath work. It's still breath work. Know where you're at. So before I started, I was doing a lot of arm exercises to actually get this half mermaid and camel pose going into the king pigeon. And this here has been one pose that has taken me to a place of centering and closing down the mind of all thoughts and focusing that mind-body connection, just really tapping in to where my body is, how sound my breath is, and to move in such an elegant way. But you can only know it if you try it, right? So you try it, and then you keep trying it. You don't give up on the self, because you are your greatest competition. So you can see, of course, how I bite my lip down and I'm just like, what the because you can nail it, and sometimes I'll hold this position for at least 3 to 4 minutes, and then boom, nothing. However, I'm a determined one, so I'll go back for it again. The deal is breath, soundness. Stay in pocket with yourself. Allow yourself to tap in to nothing else but you, and see your way through. Yes, there she is, until she falls out. Be proud of what you do, no matter where you're starting at on your journey. Allow yourself to just tap in and allow your body to flow from deep within. Here, I'm just allowing my body to stretch out a little bit, because all of this is stretching now. All of it is complete deep stretching. So we're regaining our focus. Are we regaining our focus? On to the next journey is what I would say. So if you want to achieve this, you're definitely going to start by doing things like this. Drills, I should say, like this. Throwing the body up with control and holding. Of course, using some bricks for the walls to open up your shoulder blades would be advisable. I tend to use 2 or 3 bricks or blocks to put up against the wall, so it helps extend my arm further back and allow myself to, when I do this, to lay up against the wall, to have more stability when I'm holding all of this body up against the wall or in midair. It's one that I absolutely love. I absolutely love doing my handstands, and of course I will get better at this. I have gotten so much better. Hand as well as head stands, because there's 2 different ones. This is a handstand, and then we have the headstand. So I tend to incorporate both of them deeply. As you can see, my shoulders are quite prominent, because this type of move, if you want to build your upper body, these are the things you need to do to achieve that handstand, as well as your upper body. It's like your traps, your biceps, triceps. It's going to be worked out. All right, so again, up against this wall. Now I'm just dealing with strengthening the arms, my core, and balancing. And you think, okay, well, I already did this pose. Well, no, not really. Slight differences with me having my shoes on and my shoes off. There is so much of a difference when you're upside down. This is me just simply, now we're going to our arms and just building the arm muscle more intently, of course, and allowing ourselves to be in a scorpion-like pose that's also handstand too. So this is helping me build that core strength, so I can straighten my body a little bit more, whether it's up against the wall, whether I'm dipping it back and pulling my head forward, whether I'm extending it where I can get a full-on stretch into a drill that is very suitable and close to doing the scorpion pose. But everything, again, is the mind-body connection, to know where your body is, even if it's upside down, and to bring it around with control. So another one, to achieve this, do drills like this, and this will help suit that achievement. However, you have to keep showing up. Here you can see I'm on my head, okay, using my hands. These drills will help you master so many other poses. So that's why I'm doing them continuously. I'll do my head, my hands, my shoulders, my full-on arms, and controlling this body. The breath and controlling the body is so good. That is very intense. It is so intense. You'll tend to find yourself, you may start to wonder when you first start to do this, and then what you realize is, no, I don't have any option to be wandering. I need to be focusing on what it is I'm set to achieve. So extension of the handstands, deep breaths. I'm just falling out into the angel wings now, and even something that simple still is quite intense, because your hamstrings, your glutes, your inner thighs are all working, and they're upside down. So with control, release yourself into a childlike pose. Beloveds, no matter where you are in your journey, what matters the most is your discipline and consistency. Join my website at yamayafaye.com for any sessions, inner work, overstanding of your divine divinity, and I'll stand with you.